Welcome, guys, to our webinar sessions, Doctors Going to Sweden, Part 4. And it is a webinar for all medical professionals, for all healthcare professionals. And very briefly about us, we've been established since 2020, and we are the child of coronavirus. And we're offering Swedish language courses from beginners to advanced level. And gradually, we've been getting more and more healthcare students, and that's why we also developed the medical profile at online Swedish platform. And today we also offer medical Swedish course, but we will speak about that later on, or you can read more about it on our homepage. And our certificates are recognized by different state institutions. And for you, probably what is interesting is Socialstyrelsen. So our certificate is recognized by them. And we also offer Swedish Conversation Club, Spokafé, and it is, by the way, free of charge for everyone. So if you learn Swedish somewhere, regardless where in the world, you are always welcome to join our Conversation Club and practice your Swedish. And I can say that we have indeed the biggest Swedish language community online. Maybe I can add that it is the biggest independent community, because we are not funded by any institution or government in that sense. So please join us. We also have our Facebook group, Doctors Going to Sweden. We have a community, and we are welcoming everyone. And as a mission and vision that we have is to be kind of a helpful resource for doctors who are not in Sweden, but also in Sweden. Basically all doctors who want to work in Sweden. But mainly we can see that people who are not living in Sweden, or not even stepped their foot on Swedish land, they have no idea how things works, and that's why we also have these webinars. Lots of people you're gonna see here, they are actually already working doctors, so they are just here just to support our community and answer your questions. So, and we hope that we can have these webinars at least twice a year, so that we can maintain our lovely community. And my name is Robert, for those who doesn't know me, and here is my email in case you want to get in contact. And also for the people who are aiming to take this Kunskapsprov, they often ask me where they can practice for that. And we have actually Dr. Ramy. He's our former student, and he, with other doctors, they have developed a program where they created mock examinations, and it seems to be very helpful. People who take their courses have very, very positive review about it. So if you have any questions about Kunskapsprov, you can contact Dr. Ramy, and they will take care of you. Let's see. And I would also kindly ask you guys to please mute your microphones, and please turn on your camera if you are not busy. It's nice to have this humanly possible conversation, right? Otherwise, we will do a podcast and not a webinar. And this webinar will be available to review as a recorded version. That's what lots of people demand from us. And prepare your questions. At the end of the session, we will have this Q&A session, so you will be able to ask your questions. Then we can start with Dr. Sofia, and then we'll see how it goes for Dr. Dilha.
Okay. Then with me. Okay. Well, Robert, first of all, I'm very happy to see you. It was like länge sedan.
Detsamma.
I know. Exactly. Okay, well, just how I start with just like introduction a bit, what I'm doing, this thing. Okay. Well, my name is Sofia, and I'm from Bulgaria. I came in Sweden like 2023 in the end, and maybe I will start with my mistake that I did. It was I came here without having known Språkintyg. and without having Legitimation. And I really thought that maybe you have to be in Sweden to take this everything like Språkintyg and Legitimation, but in the actually you don't have to be in Sweden, you don't have to do something in Sweden. I'm from Bulgaria, I'm EU, so I don't know how it works to other people, but yeah. So I came and I was in I did one course for C1 i Folkuniversitet. I took Integ and I sent to Socialstyrelsen, but they didn't they said that it doesn't work, this Integ. And I was like, oh, what I'm going to do? No, everything doesn't work. They gave me 1 month, and I was searching in the internet. Svetex was like 2 weeks after, and I was like, okay, I have to answer again. But then I found Robert, and he changed my life. So first of all, it's maybe the most important part of this webinar is maybe that Robert is an amazing person who helps a lot. His courses are really nice, and there is this Swedish for medical personnel. Yeah. So it's really working, and it's really nice. His Integ that he gives is it works with Socialstyrelsen. So with his help, I got I took my Legitimation, and after that I had to looking for a job. It wasn't that easy. First of all, I was in Göteborg, and maybe it's because it's South Sweden, I don't know, maybe a lot of Swedish also will work there, possible. And I think it was not very good timing for me. It was March, I got my Legitimation, so it was a bit late to have a job for summer. But what I did was I was writing crazy to everyone, all over Sweden. I was just checking, for example, I don't know, intermedicine, I don't know, whatever, Karlstad, whatever, city that you are maybe going to go there and work, everywhere in Sweden. And in the end, I got to mail. Sometimes it's very hard to find emails, to find telephones. It's not that easy. But what I did, and what I know that the others are doing, is you have to find Verksamhetschef and head chef, and to write to this person. For example, I don't know, cardiology, you're interested in that. Well, you can just write cardiology and head chef, Verksamhetschef, Stockholm, and you have some list. You can mail, and maybe you have the job. So sometimes you don't have the how is this announce in the internet. Robert, help.
Announcement.
Exactly. Yeah. So you just have to not be very sad, oh, there's no job in Sweden. You just have to write to everyone if you're able to just move wherever, For example, I was like that. I was I just need job. Göteborg, Stockholm, whatever. So I wrote to one Studierektor also. It's also possible to write to them. Sometimes they know some department that is searching for Underläkare, for example. So I wrote I region Norrbotten. It's very in the north. But I got my job, first job. It was just legitimerat Underläkare. It wasn't some ST or BT or whatever. It was just summer job. And I was working whole summer plus till February. I found my job in Sunderby Sjukhus. It's really in Luleå. It's very, far away from everyone everywhere. But for me, it was just to have a job. So I took it, and I'm very happy because I'm still here. I'm doing my BT-tjänst, and I'm going to finish it in February, next year. So my tips for the job, or maybe my tips for the språk is go with Robert. It's amazing. I mean, it's it's the best actually, because in the end you are not going to be pro in Swedish. You have to you have to give time. You're going to you're maybe you know a lot of words, maybe you're very good in the grammatic part, but conversation, to speak to people, to patients, it's another thing. So in the beginning it was always going to be hard. So in the end, it's very important to have this Språkintyg. So go with me, Robert. It's very nice. Have this Språkintyg. ansök för legitimation, have legitimation, and just start to search for job. Tips for jobs is like just if it's possible for you to just like move wherever, whatever city. It's like I think a lot of job here in Region Norrbotten. It's not that bad. There is a life here. I'm in the city Luleå. It's like really we have airports. It's like 4 times a day you have Stockholm, Luleå, like this flick airplanes. It's really nice. There are a lot of other cities here in Norrbotten that are also. They also have like Sjukhus, which is like maybe not that big, but it's still Sjukhus. It's like still a hospital. I don't know, Piteå, Luleå, Sunderby, for example, Kalix finns också. Gällivare, Kiruna, whatever, they need people. So if you think that you can stay a bit in the North Sweden, why not? It's like really nice. And I think there is a lot of job opportunities here. So my tips, Region Norrbotten maybe. And then just write like emails to everyone. I mean, if they don't answer for like 3 weeks, 1 month, write again. It's okay, it's nothing, no harm. So I don't know. Check also, of course, there's announcements on if there are in the internet. But like just mail is also good. I thought my job. I took my job when I wrote Studierektor. It's also possible. For example, take region, I don't know, whatever region, Stockholm, write to Studierektor. Maybe they know something, maybe there is some department that need Underläkare for summer or for whatever, winter, yeah, I don't know. So I did it this way. I just wrote to everyone, wrote to Studierektor. She said like, this department, they need Underläkare, write to him. So it wasn't even like announced from the internet. It was just a luck and a lot of writing emails. So, actually, no. Now I'm also like looking for a job, like specialitet, and it's not easy, but it's like the same way. Just write to everyone, write, ring. It's also very good. In the beginning, it's maybe a bit like hard to ring because you're a bit afraid of your Swedish. But they know that you are not from Sweden, so it's okay. You're doing mistakes, it's okay also. So just like write to everyone. I don't know right now how is it in Sweden. Maybe it's harder, maybe it's easier. No ideas. But I don't know. I'm here in Norrbotten. I really like it. So we will see what I'm going to do then. But in the end, so like my history, I don't know. My way was just to. I got this job Underläkare, just legitimerat Underläkare, and then when I was in this Sunderby Sjukhus, I got my BT, which is very important, and I'm just finishing my BT and I'm going for ST, so like that. So write to everyone. This is my tips, just like that. And then it was like something about journal, like here, I don't know, tips. ChatGPT can help a lot. Just like, just like if you are wondering how I'm going to write neurologisk status, I will just write like, a vikande neurologisk status eller normal neurologisk status. So you have tips. But if you are without ChatGPT, I would say like just read a lot of others, how other people are, other doctors, how they write, what they're using, which words, like just so that you can like sound a bit more Swedish. And you're not going to read like essay. You don't have to. You just have to. Sometimes you don't have. Most of the time you don't have time to just write so much. So just like read how many possible others. And teckningar, just make some files maybe with tips how some other doctor was writing, how I can write, like that. I don't know. But in the end, ChatGPT can help a lot if you want, of course. But for me, it was like most to read how other people are writing. I think it's a very nice way to learn, like that. So this is my my story. Yeah. So just write to everyone.
Sofia is very, very hardworking, regardless what she's doing. And I can tell you that Sofia has been done every single assignment from our courses, flickan med käppen, and she's been attending to every single Spokafé session, and she's been watching my grammar videos. So I can say that Sofia, yes, and she hard recommends to watch the grammar video for the rest of you.
They are very nice, absolutely. They are.
Thanks. And Sofia, let's see if you have your favorite Swedish words that you hear every day at the work, and we will match it with other doctors. Go ahead, varsågod.
So my 5 words, I think I wrote 7, doesn't matter. So I would say utredning.
Utredning, love the word, right? Investigation.
Yes. Exactly. Vidareutredning, la. Och sen I wrote also besvär.
Besvär, that is the word that we hear all the time, right? Trouble, problems, absolutely.
Exactly. Och sen sjukdom.
Sjukdom, definitely. If you are a doctor, that will be hard without sjukdom, right?
Precis, varje dag, varje timme. Sen I wrote also hälsosamt.
Hälsosamt, absolut.
Sätt, la. Sen önskemål.
Önskemål, that sounds like me, right? Wishes, yeah.
That's mest patientens önskemål egentligen.
Exactly, you need to serve the patient, right? Och fråga efter deras önskemål. Absolut.
Nej, eventuellt också. Eventuellt.
Yeah, which to not confuse with the English eventually, because eventuellt in Swedish it's possibly, right? And not eventually, like in terms of time. Absolut.
Eventuellt det kan vara så.
Ja, precis. Absolut. Tack så mycket, Sofia. Tusen tack.
Hey everyone, my name is Dilha Yildirim. I'm from Turkey and I studied medicine in Hungary. I graduated in 2023, but before I graduated, I did my internal medicine internship in Sweden, in Oskarshamn Sjukhus. It's in Kalmar region, and it's also the place I work now currently. It was a 2 months internship. It was unpaid, and I didn't speak any Swedish that time. So they were kind enough to teach me in English when I was here. So I used that as an opportunity to introduce myself to them because I knew that I want to work in Sweden. And so I showed interest. I made good connections with överläkare or specialist läkares here. And finally, when I graduated, I kept emailing them. Like I sent thousands of emails, even though they got to know me. It took it took 4 months for them to reach me back. So I just didn't give up because they also didn't, they were not looking for doctors that time. So they didn't publish any, there was no announcement. But I just kept emailing them. So a tip is bother them. If you want a job, just bother them, email them. It doesn't matter how many times, just show interest. And finally, they said that I can get a job. So they hired me as a läkare assistant. And when they hired me, I still didn't speak any Swedish. So I started with 0 Swedish. And I did my interview in English that time. It's not a usual case, I can say, because for läkare assistant, they also require minimum B1, B2 niveau. But just because, I was there to practice, they knew me. And also I had a huge group of friends there as a doctor. There were maybe 8 to 9 doctors from my university that time. They were doing their specialty there. So they helped me to get my internship also there. And this is another tip. Swedish people, like when they want to hire someone, they care if you consider that city to settle down. So the fact that I had like huge group of friends there, so I had already friends, like a family, like, you know, so also I wanted to settle down here also because I'm new in Sweden, new to culture, new to system, everything. So it's good to start from a place where you have friends and you can tell them you have friends, family. It gives a positive, yeah. So they would like to hire you if you have family, friends over there, and if you want to settle down in that city. Yeah, so this is basically how I got the job as a läkare assistant. It took 1 year, and then in April 2024, I got my license and started as legitimerad läkare. Because I graduated from Hungary, so I directly became legitimerad after I applied to Socialstyrelsen. So I need to do BT in AT. And what else? But yeah, so if you're not like me, if you don't have any connection, if you don't know any doctors, like, so basically apply everywhere. This is what I came to know. They look a lot for district läkares. Like there's really need of that. So, and don't, also, for example, I never wanted to be in internal medicine. I want surgery. But just because I got an opportunity, I just took it. And if you would ask me what you don't want, it was internal medicine. It's so wide and it requires like knowledge, so it was scary for me. But I said no, I just need a job, so I just took it. And so my suggestion is just apply anywhere, any type of like place, district läkare, internal medicine, gynecology, whatever. Just apply and do interviews as many as possible and just get it. And also apply to small cities, because small cities, small hospitals, they always need doctors, and especially in north area, it's so easy. So what's important is just to get into the system. Doesn't matter from where, doesn't matter from which department. So don't think like, oh, I want radiology, I want surgery, so I need to apply only to this department. Like there is no such thing. All you need to do is to get into the system and have a clinical experience, because this is what they want. Yeah, and I really suggest starting from a small city, because Oskarshamn, where I work, is very small, and it helps you a lot because you're going to be new to everything. Everything is going to be new for you. So it's easy to handle your life, your work in small hospital, small city. And what I wanted to say more, yeah, so I can maybe say what I expected and what surprised me. I can talk a little about that. So yeah, why getting into Swedish system is important, because it's not something that you came across, like we have no clue. And I never truly understood what it means, like how is Swedish system. And you're not going to understand fully until you start working in it. That's why people, when they want to hire people, they look for experience in Swedish system, because it's something totally different. And so I was always like thinking why people like keep saying Swedish system, how hard it can be or how different it can be. It's like, we treat people, it's medicine, human diseases are same everywhere. Like I was taking it so like easy and simple, but when I started it shocked me. Like I was literally in shock, because yeah, there are, for example, so many people with different titles. Like when you go to a meeting in the hospital, you start with meetings with doctors and nurses and so many other people. Like we are minimum 10 people, 8 people, 6 people in the meetings. And it takes time to understand what this person does, like what this person do, like, because in my head I was just gonna be communicating with nurses and doctors, that's it, and I didn't have any other titles in my head. So when you start, so when I started, I was shy to ask questions, that's the thing, but don't be shy. And because you don't know anything, you don't know what to ask. This is also another like problem. For example, if when you start, you can just, it's not a dumb question, like you can just ask like what this person does, what's the job description of hukgymnast, eller arbetsterapeut, eller kurator. There is a nurse, there is under nurse, there are so many people, and you need to understand what each of them do, because you are going to communicate with them, with like all of them. So my tip is to understand who you are going to work with. This is going to like ease your situation and problems in hospital. And what else I wanted to say? Yeah, and also I wish I would know. So take your time, don't rush, because when I first came, I was like, when I'm gonna do specialization, which department? Like I was like just rushing everything, and even the language, everything. But unfortunately, it takes time. So just accept this, because if you accept, then it's going to be easy. If you just try to rush, it's going to be chaos, because it's really a lot to learn. Swedish system is something so different, and you need to gain confidence. So first 6 months to, like, I can give time range between 6 months to 1 year, that you are going to feel a little bit comfortable, like, or you're going to gain confidence, and you're going to understand the system. So give it a time, because even for BT now, I look for BT now. Even för BT, they want you to have some time as Underläkare. So now it's been 6 months for me as a legitimerad läkare, and I've been applying, but I haven't even been called for interviews, because it's been only 6 months. So it usually takes 6 months to 1 year. They want you to be in the system and understand what you're doing. And so I wish, and another thing that I wish I would have known is journal system. And also we are going to talk about journal system, I told Robert. So basically this journal system is how you work in hospital, and this is Swedish students here. They have classes in university, so they are well trained about how to write, like take patients, do inscrivnings, do epicris, everything, all the document like issues they learn in university. But don't worry, they know that they are not familiar with that. So, but because I also met people who are Swedish but studied abroad and came back to work in Sweden, it even took time for them to learn. So because we don't learn this before we started, and it takes also time, and you're gonna get so many feedbacks. Don't get worried, because they're gonna keep coming to you and correct you and teach you, and you're gonna do plenty of mistakes, but it's okay, you're gonna learn in the end. And my tips is, if you get hired, just Google the region and just type routines in this region, or journal, how to write a journal, so you can just check it. I wish I would do that, because then at least I would have an idea about what I'm going to do. No one warned me about it. And yeah, so because as Underläkare, Legitimerad läkare, BT läkare, AT läkare, you don't take decisions much. I mean, small decisions. Of course, you need to be självständigt, but you don't take decisions. Överläkare, they do it. So you need to be really good in the journal system and communicating, because all you're gonna do is writing and communicating, but not with patients, mostly with nurse, under nurse, curatoria. As I said, there are so many people. So överläkare are usually not around. They go to their room. They are important people. They have million stuff to do, so they leave you. And then you are the in-between people. So nurses are going to come to you. Under nurses are going to come to you. Arbetsterapeut, they are going to come to you. And you need to understand what's important to ask to överläkare, or what I can handle. Well, like, I mean, with time you're gonna learn it, but don't get stressed, because I felt really dumb, and it doesn't feel good. But every day you learn something, and after 6 months, you learn almost everything you need. So don't feel stupid. Don't get stressed. It's all normal, and they know it. And yeah, you're gonna figure it out. I don't know if there was any other thing. I just yeah, and SBAR. Learn what SBAR is, because this is the first thing it's gonna come up once you're hired. Like, what is, because you're gonna communicate with SBAR. You can also check it after this meeting. What stands this SBR? The SBR. So you're gonna talk to doctors with SBAR. You're gonna write journals with SBAR. So the first thing you're gonna hear is SBAR when you start working. And I know many of you now, you're looking for a job, and I am talking about things that once you start a job. But if you are here, if you're learning Swedish, and so it's gonna happen eventually. As I said, just apply everywhere. Don't think that which specialty you want to do, just apply anything, anywhere, and you're gonna get it. But the main story starts after you get a job. So, and also I didn't have so much time and trouble with like jobs searching process, because I was lucky and it's like happened like so smooth. That's why I don't really need tips to give you, or yeah, because I didn't really have much trouble there, and yeah, I haven't been there a lot. So yes, that's basically all I want to say for now.
Tack så mycket, tack så mycket. And like I said, Dr. Dilha is also a very hardworking doctor. Yeah, as she mentioned, she's been working and studying at the same time. It was also a challenge, and this is something that Dr. Dilha also mentioned, that sometimes we do stress often. I mean, we do stress ourselves. In Dr. Dilha's case, she had the job and she wanted to take it at any cost as soon as possible, because the opportunity is not waiting for you eternally, right? So, but and again, as Dr. Dilha said and Dr. Sofia said, you learn your Swedish, but then the perfection you will reach while you are working, right? I mean, even if you reach your C1 Swedish level, it's still you have lots of things to learn in your work. So, yeah, tack så mycket, Dr. Dilha. And Dr. Dilha, can you please mention your 5 favorite words that you hear daily?
Yes, the most I heard and deal is remis. Because
Absolutely.
you're gonna be sending like remises everywhere, and it's referral basically. So remis is my favorite word, and hemtjänst and hemsjukvård. So this is basically what people have at home, like. So we treat people and send them home, and hemtjänst and hemsjukvård, they deal with it. And at the hospital, we always ask if this patient has hemtjänst, hemsjukvård. So you always talk about this in the meetings. And yeah, multi-hygglighet. Because all my patients are almost geriatric in internal medicine, and in Swedish healthcare you deal with people over 70, 80. Multihyplicate I see a lot, and bedömning. So the bedömer.
Assessment.
Yeah, exactly. And infektionsfokus. These are my words.
I'm welcoming everyone, special the biggest friend Robert, for all his support, and the people who know me and who don't know me. So yeah, my name is Muhammad. I have the root from Palestine, but I did my study in Germany, in German, and I have been there. I have worked there also for 2.5 years. And then because of private issues, so family, I plan to move to Sweden. So I learned Swedish online with Robert, and it was a great opportunity because his course is really good and fast and good structured, and his Internship, the certificate, it's recognized by the Socialstyrelsen, and it went smoothly with them. I sent to them after I got it from Robert. I sent my document from Germany, and yeah, they accepted, and I get my legitimation. So now I'm in Sweden, and I'm searching for work, and I'm doing as Sofia and Dilha told us. So I already wrote maybe 10, 15 emails, so initiative to the different department, and applied for in the announced job, so maybe 15. But I just begin so to be active in application maybe in September, because I wanted so to enjoy a little bit the summer holiday with the family, with the kids, and for the people who are not living in Sweden, it's in Sweden July, so June, July, August, it's death. So there is no communication. I mean, between emails. Also, the people in the vacation, everything's take a long while till you will get answer or whatever. So, and yeah, in September, everyone came back from the holiday, and they begin so to work, to answer my emails. Yeah, I already also done 2 months Språkpraktik i Region Skåne. So it was a great opportunity also for me to get into the system, to see the system from inside. So I applied for this through the international office of Region Skåne, and they offer me the Språkpraktik for 2 months. And I was in Helsingborg Lazaret, Le Sjukhus, so the hospital of Helsingborg. And I had so språkombud supervisor. It was unfortunately, she was a great person, but she was undersköterska, and I'm a doctor. So, but anyway, it was so språkpraktik to practice the language. I had this opportunity. I was talking with the nurse, with curator, so everyone who's around me, patient, not patient. So, and I had also contact to the doctors, Läkare, Underläkare, Overläkare. So I talked with them. I saw how the work going on there. So most likely in the internal medicine. I was one day in the emergency department, and I was the whole time so in the internal medicine. So yeah, I told Robert I will make conversion between Germany and Sweden. So about different things. I will begin with the chances. So in Germany, the chances it's really higher. So after you finish your study in Germany, you begin direct with the residency, with ST. There is no working as Underläkare or whatever. So you will apply, they will accept you, they will take you. And the mostly needed department. It's internal medicine, emergency medicine. They don't have emergency medicine, but I mean emergency and orthopedic surgery. So they accept people in this department too, neurology too. So, but the other minor specialty, it's a little bit competitive. In Sweden, these things it's harder. So you need to work first as Underläkare, maybe 6 months, 1 year, then apply for BT, then apply for ST. So to get inside the system, it's in Germany faster. What about work-life balance? Compare Germany to Sweden. The mentality of work in Sweden, it's much more better. So the environment much more better. Unfortunately, the German mentality, it's a little bit tough, and as they call them, so machine. I mean, with the work, so they love to work perfect, hard, and for a long time. And yeah, unfortunately, there is not too much appreciation of this effort. So it's as clear you have to do a lot of work, you have to stay longer time, and it will not maybe be paid. So you need just to be, I don't know, sometimes feel like slave, unfortunately. But in Germany, it's different. So it's depend on the hospital. So you can be in one city and you will have different system of the hospital. I mean, about how teaching, work environment, university hospital, it's tough and hard and a lot of stress. Yeah. But compared to Sweden, for example, in Germany, I had 18 patients to care about. Here they have maximum 4. When they have 8, they begin to cry. So in Sweden, I mean, is for doctor, it's good here. So you will have more time for the patient, and because of the digitalization system, it's easier to work. Unfortunately, in Germany, they still need a lot of digitalization stuff, and yeah. So work-life balance better in Sweden. Teaching, it's better in Sweden. Work environment, it's better in Sweden. The hierarchy, so this senior doctor, junior doctor, so there is no this kind. All talk with do, so do, some you. In Germany, there is formal and informal, so sie and du. And the senior doctor, they still have this authorities to say to you what you have to do, and maybe not in polite and lovely, friendly way. But in Sweden, there's more respect between the college. There is less hierarchy. So yeah, I mean, the salary in Germany better, and to get into the system, it's faster. The rest, what I think in general, it's better in Sweden. So I don't know. It's basically, yeah, I'm searching now for work. I didn't begin to work, so I cannot tell too much about how it's work. But I mean, about my experience in these 2 months as Praktik, I told you already how it was my experience there.
Dr. Mohammed, which were the 5 words you've been hearing at your 2 months of Praktik?
As Dilha say, so remis, it's
remis, of course. That's and I have to say that Dr. Mohammed, Dr. Dilha, and Dr. Sofia, they got this question separately, so they never heard each other saying it. So it's coincidence if they repeat. Yes. So remis, right, absolutely. A referral.
Journal, so.
Journal, definitely.
Yeah. Proof, so proof examination or blood proof, so the result of the test of the blood. Bedömning, so assessment of the cases of the patient. Yeah. And Yeah, I can say so. Samtal meetings, so they have samtal, a lot of samtal, so
Conversation.
conversation. So they meet a lot. So almost the time it's a meeting. You meet as doctor. I will say now as doctor, or even as Underläkare or undersköterska. So there's all the time meeting between läkare, överläkare, Underläkare, between so doctors, and then between doctors and sjuksköterska, so the nurses, and sometimes the curator and the sjuksköterska, they have their own all samtal. And in the department where was working, so it was all the time that the boss came and she asked everyone for the undersköterska and yeah, sjuksköterska, nurse and under nurse, about their feeling today, how they feel today, what they miss in this department. So this, I think, is a great occasion, so an opportunity that someone care about your feeling. So I don't know this from Germany. You will work and you will get beaten. I mean psychological, not so real. Yeah, so just do it, do it, do it. So push it, push it, push it. Yeah, it's yeah, it was here good in this things that they try to ask about you. How do you feel? What you need? And I hear this a lot from the different doctors that the supervisor will talk with you, ask you. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Dr. Mohammed, while he was studying Swedish, he was actually working in Germany. I remember that, and as yeah, you may some of you maybe heard, Dr. Mohammed also have kids. I mean, family obligations. So that was a challenge, right? You have your job, you have your family, and yet you need to move on. I mean, learn new language. I mean, get to the new system, and yeah, of course, it's a matter of time for Dr. Mohammed to get a job. I think he's almost there. Just keep on searching, sending applications, and yeah, just a matter of short time.
Yeah.
Tack så mycket. Tack, tack.
To Dr. Sofia, I was asking, so was your BT independent of your ST and it was not integrated? That's why you're looking for a job now, since you finished your BT or you're about to finish your BT?
Yeah, exactly. I precis. Exactly. I chose like fristående BT because I wasn't like, it's not like that many options to make it integrated. It's like allmänläkare. I don't want to be allmänläkare. So it's like not that many choices. And fristående is like kind of new here in Norrbotten. So I think me and my colleague were like the first ones this year. And it's like okay. I mean, like handling is very okay, I would say. It's not that bad. You have a lot of support from the doctors in the hospital, so it's not that bad. Fristående is okay. So actually, you're doing it 1 year. You're going to be here in Norrbotten because I think in Stockholm, for example, it's like a bit different. But here in Norrbotten, you're doing psychiatry 3 months, for example, something like that. Then like 4 months general in acute medicine. It's like everything, intermedicine, chirurgy, yeah, like that, orthopedy, exactly. Yeah, and then you have 4 months primärvård, hälsocentral, and then you're like ready. So it's 1 year total, and it's okay. And when you're finished, you can just like search for ST whatever you want. You are not like, you don't have to do it like because you signed for integrated. So it's good, I think, because I didn't want allmänläkare or something like that. So
And
it's
if,
okay.
let's say, you do sign for integrated PTSD, are you obliged to do the particular specialty, or can you change your mind?
It's a hard question. I don't know, but I think I have one friend. She's doing integrated, and she's doing it for like allmänläkare. I think there is like there you have like 2 years to do your BT.
Yeah.
And you have to like follow. You have to do the STS after. I mean, like you can't just take your BT and just move on. Maybe. Maybe you can, but sometimes it depends very much what did you sign. You know, if it's written that you have to work 2 years after that, then you have to do it. But I think that there are like many that are doing just BT, maybe working 2-3 years, and then just like, you know, they don't like this, for example, or they want to choose something else. It works also. Here in Sweden, I think it's very easy to change your specialitet. It's like not that hard. It's okay. Because in my country, it's really hard. If you did sign something, you have to like, yeah, if you're not finishing it, it means that you have to start from from the start. Here in Sweden, it's a bit like they can like some courses they can godkänna, something else they can godkänna, So it depends a lot what you signed. So you have to have like, yeah, just a bit more like what you decide. This is very important. So yeah, I think, but I'm not doing integrated, so it's really hard for me to to answer correct. But yeah, like that.
So Sofia, can I ask you, I'm looking for beta right now, actually, and I was wondering, right now I see at the most fristående beta erbjudet 3 parts, like psychiatry, allmän medicin, primärvård, and like Uppsala, for example, they give akutvård. But many in the North Sweden, they usually say that it's going to be medicine and no surgery at all. Was it in your program like exactly like 3 parts, 4 parts? What did it say when you applied for that?
Yeah, okay, so I'm doing my BT in Sunderby Sjukhus, so I signed for Sunderby. In Sunderby we have kirurgy, avdelning, mottagning, we have everything. For example, I have one friend, he's doing his BT in Kalix Sjukhus. They don't have kirurgy there, like they have mottagning just. And I don't know if he was like something in Sunderby Sjukhus to do this chirurg sida just to practice. In mitt fall, like me, I'm doing acute medicine. It was like acute medicine, and there I had orthopedy, like 4 weeks. I had chirurgy, almost 1 month, and almost six weeks. And the rest of it was like medicine, intermedicine, allmän. It's like akuten, avdelningar, depends a lot. But my friend in yeah.
I was wondering what was in the annonce for Betea. Did they say that it's going to be surgery or it was acute?
Yeah, I just really don't remember it. It was like last year. I did it like October. There was like November maybe. I don't know actually. I know that in BTI Stockholm they do a lot of geriatry. They have just like block. Exactly.
2 months and
nothing like that. No, in Norrbotten we don't have geriatry. Like you can maybe have like 1 week, 2 weeks geriatry avdelning på Sunderby Sjukhus, for example, if you're doing here in Sunderby. But I wasn't actually at all. I didn't have 1 week geriatry, and it's okay for me. But in my annonce, I don't remember, but I think they wrote like it was like 3 parts: acute medicine, psychiatry, and primärvård. But I don't remember. Just I don't have someone who is doing BT in Gällivare, Kiruna, but I have just one friend who is doing Kalix. I don't know. I think he wasn't here in Sunderby. But in the same time, you can just like talk with them if you want.
Yes,
really,
I think it's how to fix like
exactly. It's like it depends really. Is it summer? Is it winter? I don't know when you have this these weeks. But I think if you're so interested in surgery, why not? You can just say like, I would gladly check kirurgi på Sunderby. I would gladly like på akuten kirurgi sida, just check some like operationer kanske.
I mean,
like this.
Friend that in Kalix is a favor.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
he was in like.
Yeah.
he
So
was,
my
let's
friend
say.
who is doing Kalix BT, he was in surgery Sunderby Sjukhus. So it's possible. So in Norrbotten there is an option.
It was maybe like more.
1
Alltså
week, 2 weeks.
mottagning på
Mottagning.
avdelning.
It's also okay.
Akuten räknas. Like
Exactly.
if you in Kalix it take all parts.
Yeah, exactly. If you're like in Sunderby, we have this acute, and you're going to be like maybe I was all the time in acute, and actually, almost like in acute medicine. In Sunderby, it feels like 2 parts. You have orthopedic sida, chirurgy sida, medicine sida. You're going to be like most of the time for chirurgy sida. You're going to meet a lot of chirurgy patienter. And for example, this guy from Kalix, Kalix acute is also like Almen. They don't have this really separations parts. You're going like offset. You're going to meet these patients, you know. But he, for example, could like come here in Sunderby and do just a bit of chirurgy sida. So which is much more, you know, like there. But in Norrbotten, it's possible. I don't know. Stockholm, I don't know other parts. But Norrbotten, I know that it's possible. You can also like negotiate very much with your chef, for example. It's possible. So I'm really annoyed with my BT. It's working. It's fine. So I would say.
Yeah. Tack så mycket. Tack. Yeah. And if anyone else had the concrete question to Dr. Sofia.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Dr.
Yes,
Sofia, how long did you wait for your BT? Because I'm doing the same process as you. I'm starting at Sunderby in 3 weeks, actually. So as Underläkare, it's vicariat. So I'm just like wondering how long it takes, how many months to wait for BT. I actually already applied for BT because now was the applications, but they didn't like reply yet. So I don't think I'm gonna get there because I don't have experience, but I wanted to try. And I was just wondering, how long did you wait?
Yeah, well, congrats. Really nice. My story was I was working like last year. I started June, and I was working some Underläkare, and then I saw like this announcement in the internet. It was maybe October. I wrote. They answered like I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, and they just like they just wrote to me like, are you still interested? We would like to meet you. Are you available? So it was really fast, but I was like working there, you know, like 5 months, something like that. So they really appreciate like you're in this hospital. So I would say like that, just start your job. Maybe they're not going to answer right now because offset you're just like you have the job now. So it's good to have just like a bit of erfarenhet, you know. But if you're like going to apply in the end of the year, I'm like 100% sure that you're going to have this BT. It's like, you know, no chance. It's like sure. But it also depends. I don't know. I remember that last year you had like some options like, what do you like to do BT? Sunderby, Kalix, Kiruna, this way. But write Sunderby because you're just like working there. So it's like even better for you. I don't know right now, are they going to really answer to you? But I'm sure that if you apply a bit later when they're looking again, you're working here, you will continue to work in the hospital to do your BT. I'm sure that you have like 100% chance to take this job. It's like, yeah, no doubt, absolute. So I was waiting. Yeah.
Sorry, no, I was wondering if you know how many times they open the BT during the, like how many times a year, how many are there, or like how many positions?
Exactly. So for this, you can like write to the Studierektor. Just for example, in the summer, right? Ask. It's always good. Because it depends a lot. It depends. I don't know. I think sometimes they write like 2 times a year. They will like anställa for BT. Sometimes maybe 1 Engång.
Jag tror det är always full time.
Pågång. I don't know, but just nothing wrong in here in Sweden. I think just write email. If you have some question, just write. You can actually, when you're like working in Sunderby, you can also ring. Even better, just like introduce yourself. I'm here working some underläkare på avdelning. I will gladly continue with BT. We will have some announcements like in the in the end of the year, so I can prepare just to not miss it. Like this. I think it's nothing wrong. You just sure, write, ring, always good. So you're not going to miss. But in the same time, you just can check in the internet. I don't know, once 2 weeks, for example. But better write, ring, ask, all good. They're going even to know that there is one girl here which will gladly continue with BT. How good is that? So why not just ring? I don't know. I'm sure that. I hope that maybe they will have this announcement also in the end of the year. I think last year it was like October, I think, something like that. Maybe in the beginning of October, maybe in the end, something like that. It was. I don't know. Maybe this year won't be. Maybe will. You just ring, ask, write. It's always good, so you don't miss it. It's very important. Yeah.
Tack så mycket. Tackar. And anyone else who had the question to Dr. Sofia? If not, then Dr. Mimasa had question, I think, to Dr. Dilha.
Hey, yeah. I have a few questions actually. First of all, when you mentioned that you had your internship at Oskarshamn, did your internship play a big role for you, or did that not really matter? And you said that you had connections and that was very important. So was the internship part really important for you to get that job?
Yes, exactly. The internship played a huge role because then chef got to know me, the överläkare here, they got to know me, and I emailed them also. So it plays a big role. And also, I mean, if there's no internship, but if you know someone who works as ST-läkare, like who is doing specialty or specialist överläkare, they can contact the people for you. So yeah, that can also help a lot. Yeah, the references plays a big role.
Mm-hmm. I had another question. Like, could you give a little day in your life, kind of what you do from morning to the time you leave job? Like, how is it?
Yeah, so we start with morning meeting, 8 o'clock, with all the doctors, because from emergency, there's always like new people to the ward. Like I work in like ward mostly. So the doctors who work in emergency room, they present the patient to us, the doctors like who works in the avdeling, in the wards. And then, yeah, it takes like half an hour, like 40 minutes, and then we go to the ward. And then we have the meeting with nurses and under nurse and all other people. It's a crowded meeting. And then there, like, basically, you don't interact with patients so much. Under nurses and nurses, they know a lot about patients, like about their situation, because they always meet them. So they tell you about patient's situation, how is she, how is he, and then everyone is there to talk and inform you about the patient, and then you make a treatment plan. You also check this hemtjänst, hemsjukvård, like what patient is going to do at home. You never leave patient like after just treating. You make a plan, like what is this like about the home. This is the like half part treatment, half part planning, like what's going to happen at home. And then, yeah, you just meet patients, and then they give you so many tasks to ring, to call the other doctors, like other departments, lungläkare, infektionsläkare. So you just make calls and then you write journal. So you just document all the discussions that have been done with nurses, with patient, with everyone. You just write down during the day. You send remittance, and then you meet again with nurses and with all these people before you leave work. And then you give them you update them about what happened during the day, because you call so many people, you send so many referrals, and you check blood status and everything. So you update them, and then you leave work. Yeah, basically.
And how many patients would you say you see on average per day?
It's a very small hospital here, so I take between 4 to 6 patients every day.
I was gonna ask, were you doing your ST when you left Germany, and did that count for anything for you when you came to Sweden? Did they take account if you were?
Yeah, I did my stay in Germany in small city called Aachen. So compared to Sweden, it's a big city. Aachen. It's in the northwest Rhine-Pfalz, the border to Belgium and Netherlands. It's close to Cologne, and Düsseldorf city. So, and as I read it, yeah, they could recognize all my time there. So 3 years or 2.5 years. So it's depend on the chef, so the boss from the department, and Studierektor. They decide. So a lot of things it's decided by them. So, and there's a little bit so political stuff also, even for BT or whatever. So, I mean, sometimes if they need the guy, they could hire you without direct that you make BT. But it's more likely for maybe specialitet. Anyway, they don't do BT. If you are specialist from European Union, in general, you don't need to make BT. BT is just for the residency program. So, yeah, they could recognize 3 years. So, I mean, 2.5 years to 3 years, the whole time in Europe, because I did this in Europe, they could recognize them. But again, it's depend if I want to continue with internal medicine or I want to switch. But in general, the rules, what I read, that in Sweden, if you want to switch the specialty or residency program, it's easy to recognize the other time. So it's not that hard, but it's depend on the Studierektor and the chef. So
I can imagine if you switch from Alman medicine to intern medicine, it would be easier than switching from Alman to, let's say, surgery or something. That would
maybe,
be
yeah. I mean, internal
probably
medicine, it's closer to the Alman medicine, so it will be easier to recognize this time than if I will switch to ophthalmology or yeah, aesthetic surgery. Yeah.
My name is Zainab. Well, I actually joined, but I'm not a doctor. I'm a biomedical scientist instead. And I just moved into Sweden like a couple of months ago, and I'm struggling to learn the language and also prepare for Socialstyrelsen exam at the same time. So I don't know, any advice I know it's not going to be the same exam, but at least it's governed by the same body and all of that. So if I could get any advice towards the preparation for the exams.
Can you repeat your question?
Which exam are you going to take?
To get a license to practice biomedical sciences. By Socialstyrelsen and or something.
Sorry, did you say biomedical science?
Yes.
Okay. Not sure.
I think Dr. Muhammad has an answer for that.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, Zainab. Welcome in Sweden.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you. Thank you.
I think I'm great in searching stuff, but as I search, so you will find maybe group in Facebook and Telegram for this all kind of issue. So they could help you more, because for medical and dentist, there's in Germany and Switzerland, Austria, so Sweden, there is for each thing. So Facebook group, and they are communicating there. Maybe you will find this in searching. So search for group in Facebook, Telegram, social media. Maybe you'll find there. But
Okay.
someone else could help you here more. I don't know.
All right.
But wish you the best, inshallah.
I
Thank you.
can recommend only one thing. When I applied for this, how to say, I'm from utanför EU, so non-EU. Then I had to send the papers to Socialstyrelsen, and then you can choose biomedical biomedical sciences researcher, and then they answer to you if they confirm your education or not. I mean, it doesn't give the license, but it's like one of the steps, and then they can recommend what you have right to do afterwards. So maybe Socialstyrelsen.
Yeah, I've actually done that first step. I did it before I even moved to Sweden. I sent in my credentials, my, degree certificate for evaluation, and yes, they said they acknowledged that it's in line with what the Swedish, certificate requires and all of that. So that's why I'm moving to the next step, which is preparing to write the exam. I'm asking specifically about the exam, but I think I'll go with what Mohammed said. To search for, groups in Facebook and others. Just that I've been restricting myself to just YouTube, and there's quite very limited resources about that. So I think checking other platforms would help me. Thank you.
Hi. Well, nice to meet you, first of all, and thanks for the information. I got an email by a friend. So I'm pretty new. I'm a doctor from Mexico, so I came here to Sweden in 2023 to do my master program, but unfortunately, I mean, there are not so many opportunities. I guess I'm a little bit confused, and my main question is if you are going to have another webinars where I can join and get how it's the process, because I know that I had to send my documents to Socialstyrelsen, which I did it, and they approve it, but I don't know what's the next step. I mean, of course, I'm learning the language, but in the meanwhile, I don't know exactly. I mean, I'm pretty confused about ST doctor, and I don't know if you can just provide a little bit of summarized information, and if you're going to have further webinars that I can join, or if there's any cost because I know that if you come from the EU or the European Union, you can I think that you skip some steps, but if you come from outside, you have to go to take some exams. And there's a polemic situation here, because I've heard that many doctors have been criticizing the Swedish healthcare system regarding that it's pretty hard compared to, for example, Germany, compared to Norway. Norway, it's pretty expensive. I think that exam it's around 50,000 crowns, but I think that it's they have more approval. So I don't know if you can get me, or any of you can provide me with any information.
So all I know about this exam is that it's being graded on a curve. So the more people who get higher results, the more higher the passing grade will be, and the lower the people in the averages, the lower the passing grade will be. So not many people know what the passing grade is. So it can be 60, it can be 50%, depending on the year and the people taking this exam. I know it's expensive, not many people clear it. And you have 4 attempts, I think, in total, that you're not allowed more.
5.
5, okay, sorry, 5 attempts. And Alexandra, I think, had to do it, so maybe you can ask her a little, she knows a little more. And there is theoretical and practical part for it. So,
and when it comes to the webinars, we had actually done our very first webinar where Dr. Alexandra was also there. We were going through general process. That's one thing. So if you check the previous webinar, a special webinar number 1, part 1, And the second thing regarding if there will be more webinars, yes, that is our aim. We want to have webinars at least twice a year to maintain this healthcare professional community and being helpful for the doctors who are not settled in Sweden yet. So that is our vision and mission.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Contemplating right now choosing Sweden, Germany, or Norway. Is that where you're at right now, Betty?
I'm in Sweden. I mean, I'm actually in Sweden. As I said, I mean, I finished my master program in public health. And of course, I mean, I'm missing a lot, like the clinical part. And yeah, so I was like wanting, like moving towards like my field. I mean, it's not that I don't like my master, but
Okay.
I guess I'm missing like being in the hospital and like just this environment. I mean, my master has a
Nothing
lot
is
of
impossible. Just
politics.
make a decision,
Sorry?
go through it. Nothing is impossible. There is a lot of people who have cleared this exam and managed to pass it.
Okay.
So just make a decision and go with it. If you want to practice in Norway, do the Norwegian exam. If you want to practice in Sweden, you can do the Swedish exam. Or you can do the Swedish and then move. Both work both ways.
Mm. Okay, thank you.
Because like the different points, the salary, for example, a lot of doctors move from Sweden to Norway and Denmark. You have higher salary there. But about the exam, it's free of charge in Sweden. You have 5 attempts for theory, 3 attempts for practice. For theory, I believe max approved. It's last year in November it was 10%, but now I believe it's like 13-14% of those who get godkänd på provet for the theory. So every time it's 4 times per year. It's not that hard to get placed, but very hard to pass it. For the practical, because when I godkänd, it was like 50% that fee. So like every time 50, max 60% that will bli godkänd. Godkänd, it's like a pro. Sorry,
Pass the test.
Pass the test. After that, you have praktisktjänstgöring, 6 months work, and not everybody passes that. For example, I just pass it in October, and my supervisor said that earlier they had someone who didn't pass the practice. So I believe most people say it's one of the hardest in Sweden to get, but it's free of charge. And during 6 months of practice, you get the salary. It's like between 30 to 37,000 crowns. It depends on the region and other factors. There were situations when people get like 20,000 per month, like salary, but it depends on where you find the job, if they want to take you or not. Now it's a little bit maybe not the best time to find a job because a little finns anställningsstopp i många regioner. So that's what I can say from perspective of numbers.
Okay, thank you.
But in Sweden, theory and practice, you do with 2 different parts. For the practice, you have to wait, and it's at least 9 months. So even if you believe that you can pass it, you can get the place. You have to wait at least 9 months. And in Denmark, I believe it's like everything 1 day. Theory, practice 1 day, you pay like 50,000 crowns. It's up to you. So that's what I can say, like, generally speaking.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, I graduated from a non-EU country, and I just finished my compulsory 1-year internship in my country. And now I'm in Sweden with my family. So I would like to know what, I'm sorry, I wasn't here from the start, but I would like to know how, probably have a summary of how I can start my pathway as a doctor in Sweden. If there are prospects or what are my chances, after writing the exams, how long do I have to, basically, I would just like to know, summary of the pathway I have to go through.
I would say for the summary, you should probably check the first webinar, first part, where you will get the insights. That is what I would recommend. That will be the best way. We go through all these things for the beginners. That can be the great start to check there.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. So check the part 1. If no questions, I want to really, from bottom of my heart, thank Dr. Dilha, Dr. Sofia, Dr. Mohammed for coming and presenting in our webinar. And also I want to thank for all other doctors who came here supporting our community. And as said, our mission and vision is to maintain it and have webinars twice a year. And hopefully many of you will join, and we will have these discussions and help each other. And we also have a Facebook group which you can join to. Doctors Going to Sweden. So if you have further questions, you can also discuss it there. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Robert. We owe you so much, really. It's the best thing that happened, come across to you, to online Swedish, really. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dilha. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate that you came, and Dr. Sofia, Dr. Mohammed, really, really. I know that you have lots of things to do, lots of work, and me, who was always trying to get you into something, right? It's either Spokafé, either some SFM lesson, either some other advanced lesson, either webinar. Yeah, sorry for bothering you guys. Sorry. Yeah. And Dr. Dilha agreed to Dr. Femi that if he thinks that he avoided the webinar, he is wrong. We have a webinar, I said, twice a year, so
yeah.
If not this time, it will be next time. So nobody will. Yeah. And I said, guys, lots of doctors here, they're already practicing, they're already working, and really appreciate for you coming and sharing your insights, right? Because lots of things, insights, you don't really get them from internet in this way, and also the things that are true today are not necessarily true in 1 year, which concerns regulations. Regulations change with years. I know that there are some things going on. Dr. Ahmad usually speaks about that. So yeah, that's great to be here, guys.
Yeah, I was, for example, not going to apply to Norrbotten. It's in front of me right now. I'm looking for BT. But after this webinar, actually, I consider now, because I heard good things, really. I'll try.
Yeah, absolutely. So here you have the opportunity to hear the stories from a real person, right? Who's right in front of you, and get the insights right from there. For example, we have Dr. Mimansa, who is also we've been discussing with Dr. Mimansa about northern part of Sweden, and I mentioned that we have Dr. Sofia from Luleå, and she's happy from in northern part of Sweden. And I think it is that's a good part, Dr. Sofia, because lots of people think, how is it actually living in the northern part of Sweden? Lots of people think about it, and maybe some of them are scared too.
I am scared.
So your door is knocked by a evil moose or elk in the night, or the bear is knocking your door.
You'll decide if it's true.
Well, Dr. Sofia, no spoilers. No spoilers. Yes.
It's really not that bad. I would say, for me, it's very important also this part that I want to have connection to my country, And I will say, for me, the important part is I'm in Luleå. I live here, and that I have opportunity of 4 different flights in the day
for me it's like wonderful because I can like just came to Stockholm for 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm there, you know, and it's like amazing for me because I don't know. It's like for me this is important that I may be so far away. I'm in the northern Sweden, Norrbotten, but you know, just one flight, 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm in the Stockholm. Very nice. I mean, it's the best for me.
How much does it cost?
It depends. Like
no spoilers.
No spoilers.
I want to.
There is with Air or Ryanair there or no?
I will say like
It's
this:
like-
use VPN when you are logging to the homepage to buy a ticket. that will keep
Yeah.
it lower.
Yeah. It's like SAS Airlines and Norwegian also. Oh, it can be like 1,000 crowns, like easy. It's like the cheapest one, and it's very hard to find. But like I don't know, 1,500 easy. Like, but you know, like it's like everywhere it's like this because it's SAS and Norwegian. They're like they're not cheap companies, so it's like. But actually, Bete is very nice. I mean, I'm really okay. I have like nothing bad to say actually, really. Yeah,
And,
winter it's dark, you know, it's snow, but it's not that bad. I mean, I could like okay, it was okay for me. I don't know because I'm coming from Bulgaria, it's like it's a warm country. It's not like we don't have snow there. So for me it was nice. I had a very great time. So I don't know, it depends. But if you're doing just BT for 1 year, well, maybe you can just like have it 1 year. It's okay. It's not that bad.
And Sofia, I actually have a question for Norrbotten because I now plan to apply. Do you think they take people outside of the region or like, and how are the interviews? Because you said you worked there as Underläkare, so maybe you didn't even have interview because
I had.
you had? Okay. And yeah, 2 questions. How was your interview? And do they take people from outside the region? Or not?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, they take outside the region, it's for sure, because we need a lot of people here in Norrbotten. And the other part, I just like, I have this like Facebook groups, they're like ATE, BT, Lekere. I didn't have, in my interview, when I had this BT interview, I didn't have some part of practical part to have some case, to have something. No, nothing. I don't know. Not me, not my colleague, someone who had this beta interview. So it was just like a normal interview. So just like you explained, they will like would like to know you a bit more, like your hobbies. You can just like say that I like ski, you know, I really want to try to have like nice
haven't
winters.
done in my life ever.
So you just can a bit, you know. So you just can say like I'm interested to just like to have a bit of this snow time, you know, just to feel the real winter. So I didn't have this part of some case, something medical, nothing at all. So I don't know, maybe it's because this is Norrbotten, it's like they just want people, you know, they don't, maybe there are not a lot of applications, then they're not like, this we want, this will not, you know, this way. So maybe they're just like welcome everyone here because it's really hard. Like we don't have that many people, but it's really okay. I don't know. I'm in Sunderby, so like I said, it's like 15 kilometers from Luleå. It's okay. There are buses, there are everything. If you have car, even better, because with car here is like much easier. It's very hard to just have to take bus every time. Actually, so if you have some shortcuts car, it's much better. Like I said, I have one favor actually, Robert. Eller hur?
Yeah, that's also one of our lovely doctors. Absolutely.
Exactly. So he's doing
favor is there too.
He's in Kalix, but in Kalix. So it's also working. He's working in Kalix Sjukhus, and what I know, he's very actually Kalix Sjukhus is really nice Sjukhus. It's a bit smaller. It's much smaller than Sunderby, but it's like amazing place actually. They just won like first of stroke and head is Sweden, so they're really nice Sjukhus Kalix. It's like 70 kilometers from Luleå. There are buses also if you want to just just to go to semester or something. But it's really nice place. So Favor is doing BT Kalix. I know that he's also enjoying his time there. a lot of great doctors and like really nice colleagues. So this is what I know.
Yeah, because of the lack of doctors there, do you have like more than normal responsibilities or?
Yeah, I heard that you also said this part that AT-BT like they have to take the ansvar i samråd med någon överläkare. It's like absolutely the same here. You're not just like nobody will wait that you are going to still a diagnose or just like do everything by yourself. No, it's not like that. You have always like opportunity to ring back sure samråda, take the responsibility tillsammans med överläkare. It's like nobody's like, we have a lot of AT-läkare here, like all over the year. So it's not like you're so overbelastad på något sätt. Nej, it's like, okay, you're working. Okay. Maybe I had some times that I was like a bit more pressed på akuten, but it's just because of the float. It's like so many people that are coming. It's totally normal, but it's not like you're alone or you have to work that much. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad. No, absolutely not.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was studying at Karolinska. This is kompletterande utbildning för läkare utanför EU. And it was a lot of our supervisors said that it's very better to go for AT from Stockholm, because in Stockholm you have to wait at least 2 years. But and in the North Sweden it's much faster. And in when you're a lot farther from big cities, university cities, you got to do more, because there are a lot of ST-läkare, specialister på Karolinska, på Uppsala, and it's not that much of job that you can do there. But if you're a little bit farther, then you've got to to develop, and you can do more, just because there are not so many people around. And this is a like big plus. And afterwards, that's what I've heard a lot. And I would say like I worked at Capio Dalen Genetiken. It's in Stockholm, but not like extreme big. So we had like 6-8 patients. If you go to Karolinska, it's going to be 4 patients. So it's about how, and I would say in Capio we did quite a lot of work on our own. If you have this jour, förstärkning, so then you got to be quite independent. But I mean, you have the bagjour, some will help you, but you also have. I mean, if you have done it 3 times and you're 100% säker att du kan pausa Fuix for their dehydration, then, I mean, no problem. You do it, and afterward you call to bagjour. I had these patients, this like as bar. I think, jag tror att det är bra to pause. This one, do this. What do you think? But you don't have to ask, what should I do? You can do this.
It comes by time, I can say. Like, first of all, when I first started, all the nurses, like under nurses, they come to you, and överläkare are not there. Some like here, actually, there are lack of doctors too, where I work, I mean in Oskarshamn. So basically you learn how to take decisions, but simpler ones, not everything. Like if you're sure, you do things, and then you always inform them, like even for small things, in the end you inform them, but you learn to take some decisions, like have standard, some simpler decisions. But for example, me now tomorrow I'm gonna work in the avdelning in the ward alone, and I've been started working alone. Like since 2 months I work alone. But I mean, because it's a small hospital, they know what you can do. So they didn't give this responsibility to me like they gave it because they knew that I can do it, like I'm ready. So otherwise they always give you with some people. But in small hospitals, there are lack of people. So as soon as you learn like to how to be little health standard, they just push you like and then put you like somewhere alone, but they first make sure that you are ready, like so yeah, but they have always
Perfect
control.
description.
I love Swedish system. It's really organized, controlled, and yeah, systematic. It's perfect.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Dilha and Dr. Alexandra. She is also actually one of our former students. And Dr. Alexandra, I remember she was still working at Ukrainian Medical University and teaching online while joining our classes. And she was doing lots of other Swedish classes too. And all of you guys, thank you very much with your insights. I really wish you luck in your career advancement. I really looking forward. One beautiful day, we're gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, let me present you Underläkare, Dr. Dilha, Dr. Sofia, Dr. Mohammed, Dr. Alexandra. So yeah, and also for you guys who are attempting find a job, as Dr. Dilha said, you just need to get into the system and then it will be easier. So that is my voice to the rest of the doctors. And we keep together, guys. We keep together. And for more insights, we're gonna then one beautiful day bother Dr. Santa for Norway. Toppen. Tack för idag. Tusen tack. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for coming. I am eternally grateful to you guys. Tusen tack. Tusen tack. See you guys. Vi ses.
Hej då.
Hej då allihopa. Hej då.